It's growing.
You got your other things that happen, right? You got your Fringe, you got your Winterfest, you got your Supercrawl, and I like that that's cutting out its own space.
This is a Because Design Matters exclusive, brother. You are tuned in to Brody and Izzah of Soulquarium.
This is 93.3 Because Design Matters. We are here with who we here with?
Izzah. That's your boy Izzy of Soulquarium. Assalamu alaikum, my people.
So when I wrote it on the post-it note, I didn't write it right.
That's just like, that's my government name. I go by Izzy.
That's fair. Sometimes I go to the IG bio and I'm like, I'm gonna start here. I don't know how much of this IG handle actually goes into the name. Let me cut to the chase. They be having an extended cut in there. Yeah. So,
Izzah Ahmed, you probably see me around playing trumpet and stuff. I am the trumpet player, play bass, guitar, all that, host jams at main stage. Just jamming in the street, man. Music is what's up. Music community is my thing. Like, that's all.
So right off the bat, right off the get-go, if you had 60 seconds, look in this camera, what do you want to promote?
We are playing a J Dilla tribute at Into the Abyss, Saturday, 8 to 11 p.m. I got my boy, Mother Tarika of the Rebel Function. He's going to be leading the band and stuff. We got Connor Bennett on Barry Sax. We got Sean DePledge and Diane. They run an event called Jazz Punks. So we're all coming together and we're doing like a hip-hop live horn instrumental band. So he wanted to do this. We're still focusing on what we're trying to get with the sound. So for our first show, we were trying to do J Dilla tribute because that's just like everybody messes.
You're like, let's set the bar
extremely
high.
Yeah. So it's sick, man. We got the I'm playing trumpet.
Okay.
Connor's on tenor sax.
Yeah.
Tariq is rapping, hyping people up, doing his thing, and playing alto and flute. And then we got an SPC. We're gonna play all the samples and stuff. Then we got bass, drums.
Because what I did is I was like on the way over here. I was like, let me throw on J Dilla Essentials. Like I'm familiar with J Dilla. Listen to some albums in and out. I was like, let me throw on the Essentials. And then I was just wondering, how are they gonna do this?
No, facts. That was like that's something we had to figure out.
I was like, are they playing records? It's like, no, they gotta be. They're doing instruments.
My boy had an SPC, so like as I'm playing trumpet, I'm just like slamming on the buttons and stuff. So it's fun, man.
I'm excited. I wasn't supposed to be here this weekend, so I wasn't gonna make it. Now I'm there.
Sick.
I can't wait to see it.
Sick.
So,
Soulquarium
consists of five
right now.
Five right now.
Tariq, Sean, Connor, Diane, then your boy.
We're gonna have to alternate. I'm gonna need every member in here because
yeah. They're all working and stuff. Though.
Josh put me on to it, you guys, because
because we did the 73 to Infinity.
You did 73 to Infinity, and I was like,
shout out Josh, bro.
I was like, I heard Tariq's gonna be there,
bro.
And then all of a sudden he's like, boom, he's got a new group.
Yeah.
He's got a what?
The rumor in the street.
Yeah.
Tarika is back.
I heard something.
I just moved in with the dude, bro. This guy is a Hamilton icon, bro. I haven't even realized how much of like the music scene and stuff he's been tied to for like the last 15 years.
As far as my list of artists in the city, he's very high on the list.
Crazy. He's crazy. So I was a fan of this guy for a time, and then like we just moved in together this summer because like he just had a thing that he needed roommates. So like we came together and we got a whole band house now where like the jams in the house, everything has been so cool, man.
Y'all got any extra rooms? I'm gonna move it. I'd like to move it in.
Right now,
sounds like the best place ever.
Fun.
Just sounds like live music all the time.
Like, I came back from Supercrawl and like his homies pulled up. Like we had a clarinet player named Heidi. We had on his record the Elephants one. He had the harp player. She came through, so we're jamming. She's playing like harp stuff, bro.
Who's got a harp player pulling up?
Yo, for real. Yo, that's I was thinking, man. This guy is plugged in, bro. He got everybody. Yo.
Forget coming back from Supercrawl at Supercrawl.
Yeah.
He's got the roller skates on.
That killed me.
Riding around, just filling the streets with music.
just flowing through the people and stuff. Like I was watching
He's
him.
like floating on music notes just down the street.
So the thing he was doing actually is he was trying to promote the show, so he would be skating around playing the horn lines to the song.
Yeah.
And anybody that looked his way, they're like, "Oh, Jay Dilla." He's like, "Here's a flyer, brother."
Oh.
The most fire way to promote stuff, man. Like, he's like floating in and out of the people.
Like if you know, you can come. If you don't know, this is what you get. This is your show if you don't know. If you know what I'm pulling from right now.
It was fire. It was, and when people get in his way, he's just honking into the saxophone. Like,
unreal. Such a good way of like advertising and just like traveling around the street.
Yeah,
it looked like a fun time.
Yeah.
It looked like he had to be enjoying himself.
So like.
So we were talking about the music community and the different shows that are bouncing around through CFMU. You were here Tuesday at Becca's show.
Yeah. Shout out Becca Abraham, bro. That guy is real one.
So if you had a radio show here at CFMU, what would you talk about?
What would
What would you use this time to talk about?
I would interview musicians. I'd talk about the music scene because Hamilton, we got crazy artists. Unreal. We got one of the craziest scenes I've ever people don't even know about it outside the city. It's almost like a little bubble, but like we have world-class talent here and they're just walking about going to their day job like Canadian Tire or something.
They still got to make that,
that's the
that
thing
rent
funny.
money.
Right? And stuff's moving crazy now.
Yeah.
So like, I would just interview people. I love what you're doing, like this whole thing, because it's like different forms of interview. Everybody has their own style, and we all are coming together and like being a community.
Yeah.
Like we're so isolated and stuff in like the city and with rent and all that. Like
people are busy. Like you just explained, they got day jobs to go. So do they have time to go out to every show every week, every Wednesday, Thursday? Probably not to like survive.
Yeah.
So it's like you need different things that can like channel people in to be like, hey, if you're gonna go to a show, go this Saturday.
So into the abyss, man. Pull up.
Because you're gonna see something special.
Yeah.
That's gonna be something. I saw some clips from 73 to Infinity.
That was the time of my life, bro. That was one of the craziest events I ever worked. That was like first time I was getting paid to play trumpet like that. And like Josh is a homie. Like my girlfriend goes to his dance studio. Yeah. And they do some of the coolest stuff in the city too. Like he's an icon, bro.
I love that he started to do this 73 Infinity thing. Because I feel like it's a new like section of the different festivals we have. I just want to see it grow and become, because you have
it's growing.
You got your other things that happen, right? You got your Fringe, you got your Winterfest, you got your Supercrawl, and I like that that's cutting out its own space. This time of year, this is what we do. This is our thing right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna run it back next year, like next August or July or something. It happened last year for the first time, where he did a whole thing, and I was just watching on the side. Like Sarah was doing the camera stuff, so I was just like helping her out with that. But I was watching, like I felt like a little kid being like, I want to be a part of that, like so bad.
Like, how do I get on whatever list it takes for next year?
So what actually happened is like when I moved in with Tarek, Tarek and Josh are boys from time ago. He wanted to do a dance thing with a live band behind him. So we did like a couple songs because they did like a jazz thing. They did like a tap dancing thing and like a funk thing. So we just backed them up as the live band. The breakdancing thing was the craziest
mixture.
So it was tap, jazz, funk, like hip hop stuff, and then breakdancing.
He said he really wanted to like diversify the different styles of dance this year.
So he's trying to highlight like all the 50 years of like black hip hop and all that culture, but through the dance styles. So he has like people coming out doing the tap first, and he explains the history of that, like when like slaves had their instruments taken away and they would just make songs tapping on the ground and stuff. And he had like funk dancers, he had like the poppin' stuff, like the 80s stuff, and the break dancers for the 90s stuff.
I feel like as far as influencing people with like hip-hop culture, there's a different point of entry that he's setting up.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have to be a local MC's music, right? That kind of opens it up, same as what you guys are doing on Saturday.
Word.
Because it's Jay Dilla's music, that you're then I don't want to say reimagining, but like you're doing something new with it.
We're just highlighting our inspirations, man. The people that came before us that like gave us the energy to like even do this stuff. So
you're like putting your talents on display. But there's also the point of entry for the the casual hip hop listener that might not be tapped into the local scene, right? Who's just like, Jay Dilla, I love Jay Dilla.
That's exactly it.
Let me get out there.
That's
right?
why we did it for our first show, because this band, I'm telling you, is gonna be nasty, bro. Like, we have so much stuff planned. It's gonna be like R&B, neo soul, but also we're gonna pivot and do Afrobeat eventually. Like, we want to do like Fela style Afrobeat, because that's the most relevant genre right now. Like, Fela is super political with all this stuff, but in a way that's not like depressing. It's not like, you know, he still gives you hope for like, yo, if we come together, we're good. Like, if we live like humans we're meant to live.
Different
like,
style of messaging. With it, right? Like, rather than it being maybe some like heavy conscious rap style where it's like you're listening to a speech or something. It's like, this is something brand new. Yeah,
because like sometimes it gets like too dark. It gets too heavy and too like...
it's not digestible for the people you need to lure in with it a little bit sometimes.
The way Bob Marley did it was perfect. You got to lure them in with like a happy message, but when you actually look at the lyrics of the songs and stuff, he's talking about real stuff. He's talking about revolution and stuff. So it's like...
Did you see the movie?
No.
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good.
I had Jamaicans tell me that, like, yo, that was kind of fugazi, yo.
I'll be honest. It was a late night. I fell asleep during something, so I missed a section.
Okay, yeah.
You've been to the Jackson Square Landmark Theater?
Yeah, yeah.
You know those chairs?
Yeah. You just passed out in
stealing my money. Stealing my money.
Jokes,
I was sitting out there, eat some popcorn.
Yeah.
By the time I'm done eating some popcorn, I wake up for the second half. I go,
That's
wait a second, where was I? Now you're trying to fill in the blanks without being like, what happened back there?
What happened? I was passed out for like...
And then you're just guessing. You're like, ask them after. So you're building the plot yourself.
I haven't been to a theater in time, honestly. Like, I went to the Playhouse Theater and saw the Prince movie a couple months ago.
Is it good?
Yeah. Yo, you never seen the Prince movie?
I don't think so.
Bro, it's from like the 80s. It's Purple Rain. So for the album that he did, Purple Rain, he shot like a whole movie to go with it. You gotta just watch it, man.
Check it out,
It's
the Playhouse Theater gonna bring it back? Did they play it in 35 millimeter?
Yeah, they did. It was fire, bro. It was funny, but like it's kind of like it's a good movie, but it's a little cheesy, and the actors know that they're so you can kind of tell after the second time watching it, like they're giggling at the lines.
They're in on it, like
yeah.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie?
You only get one. Number one.
Man, it was Django for time. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little. Actually, no, not Django, not because that's too violent. Bro, I went and I saw the Spider-Man movie, Across the Multiverse.
Like the newest one?
Yeah.
Where it's like all the Spider-Man?
Yeah, that was crazy.
A good one.
The animation was crazy, bro. I was loving every part of it.
The animated one?
Yeah.
That's a different one than I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Have you seen the animated one?
I haven't seen that one.
Bro.
Good?
Crazy.
I've heard some good things.
Like the colors, the
jumping off the building scenes, I heard are really good.
They do this thing where every time they're doing something like crazy intricate, it'll go to like 90 frames a second. So everything looks super smooth, and then it'll go back to like just the cartoon comic style.
Yeah.
The animation is nuts, yo.
That's interesting. Now I'm going to give it a chance.
I just watched it last year.
Yeah. Like already cut to the top of the list, front of the line.
Yeah. And like the plot line, it's basically about like Miles trying to break out of the canon of his story events and what's told to be his story as Spider-Man. So at like it's a black kid that's trying to be like, I'm gonna pave my own way no matter what. Like I'm not what you tell me to be. Like that's what I got from it. It was just like fire, bro.
And for an animated movie, also a Marvel Spider-Man. Know what I mean? Like
if I could have seen that movie as a kid, it was one of those. Like the animated cartoon movies are getting so much better.
Yeah, 'cause it's probably getting easier for them to make it.
Yeah, right? So like AI and stuff.
They're like, let's do one of those instead of paying Robert Downey Jr. another...
Pay him another $400 million.
Yeah, instead of giving him another $1 billion. Like, are you up to date with all the Marvel stuff?
No, I checked out after...
So you saw Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in it again. Did you see that part?
What's he doing?
He's going to be Dr. Doom.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire. Okay,
I was like,
playing into like the multiverse thing.
At least they're doing something new.
Yeah,
I'll give them that. You trying something.
I kind of checked out after Endgame because I watched every one of those movies in theater, and then when Endgame came, I was like, all right, I don't know how much I can keep coming back.
Did you see the one with the 3 Spider-Man?
No.
The triple Spider-Man
movie?
No,
I haven't seen that one. I got to.
That's the one I thought you were calling your favorite one of all time. That's a good one.
Word, okay.
They did good of the...
Because that's with
let's bring all the...
Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire. Yeah.
To cut the check. We're all in. And then it opened them up that they did whatever they did with Deadpool and
yeah,
Hugh
I gotta
Jackman.
see the Deadpool.
They're
one
like
too.
everybody who's ever been a superhero could be a superhero again. Like,
I really like they're playing into like just the multiverse kind of thing because
Yeah.
that opens anything up.
apparently
like,
they're doing it till like 2027 or
They
something.
got everything
Whatever
planned.
they
Dude,
said
that's
was
crazy.
like the. I forget what they called it. They called it Secret Wars.
Damn,
They're
okay.
like that will be the end of it. They're like, but it will go until then.
That's-
they're like, we got 6 movies more
That's
multiverse.
nuts, yo.
They're like, don't give up on the multiverse yet.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
'cause
so far from over.
I was watching all the Thanos arc, and then after that, I was just like, I don't know if I can gear myself up for another bunch. Like, I love Black
Yeah, yeah.
Panther. Black Panther was
I feel like a lot
Crazy.
of people tapped out after that too. I
Word.
feel like you're not the only one because they went to like
yeah.
Disney Plus TV shows and all this
it was
stuff
all
that
over
really
the
like
place
divided, and they were
stuff,
like,
and then the TV shows were part of the thing. Like,
don't make no TV shows part of the plot that I
Yeah,
can't
right.
just jump
Yeah,
back in.
yeah.
Let me jump back in. You can have a secret part here and there, but let me follow the plot from
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you left me at the last
need
movie.
like 2 weeks to catch up on
I don't
all
wanna
the
have to-
shows before you go to watch
I don't want
a
to bring
movie.
notes.
Yeah.
Let me enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll watch stuff afterwards and be like, oh, well, that explains a lot. I must have missed something in there.
Yeah, definitely that Spider-Man movie. You got to check that out.
Oh, it's on the
Like-
list. I'll put it on the list. And I normally, the animated movies don't do it for me, and I
Really?
don't get into it.
I like the colors, man.
That's fair.
Like I got to a point after like watching all this stuff on Instagram and stuff. Like everything's so graphic now, so it's like there's a certain like fetishization of like live violence
Yeah.
that I can't mess with. Like it just
Is that
kinda,
how Django got knocked back out of the spot?
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
"That's too
After
much."
after I started actually watching stuff, like you see everything that's
Yeah.
going on Instagram and stuff
That's
now.
true,
Like
yeah.
it's just like, all right, this is not it.
Yeah, do
Like,
they show you all that in the movie so when you see it, that it's happening in real life, you're like, oh, that's not that bad?
Yeah,
You're like, that's not
it's-
as bad as Django.
He does like a cartoon kick, and then it says like boom on the screen, like
Yeah.
it's like a comic book. So
I'd
it's
like
just,
to see that brought back into like a live action movie.
They
do
do-
some boom
oh, that's
bangs,
funny,
like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? That could be a
They do it a little bit in the Spider-Man one,
yeah.
but yeah, I'm telling you, that shit is gas, bro. It's crazy.
I've heard good. I feel like I've heard people talk about it. It's on the list.
Bad.
Do you got a favorite Jay Dilla song?
Favorite? Oh, didn't you know? By
Didn't you
Erykah
know?
Badu.
Pff, right off the top.
Right off the bat. Oh my.
Done.
Oh my. We were playing that last night with the full horn section. We got Tariq on flute
so
and
it-
Connor playing sax.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be the one, bro. That's the one where, like, when we were practicing it yesterday, I was like, man, like, I don't even care if anybody shows up to this. Like,
Yeah, this is for us.
yo, yeah. That, The Light by Common. That's another crazy one. Fall in Love by Slum Village. We're all playing these ones at the thing, so we just picked our favorite songs and I went into it.
I was just listening to that one by Common.
Yeah.
He's like, I think I'm a conscious rapper.
Yeah,
He's like,
I
I
love
be,
Common,
He's
bro.
like, I be doing it all in my head. That's like the most sexual song I've heard from him. He was in it. Speaking
But he's
of,
poetic with it.
no,
You know,
he did
that's
it
the
nice.
thing.
It
It's
wasn't
like-
gruesome.
That's the thing I'm liking. We're like we need to bring back rappers being poetic about women and stuff, man. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's so nice. It's so much nicer. It's like it's just like
Where do you think it's at now? It's everything's
I checked out
Itch-
from hip hop after a while, man.
itches
Like,
and hoes and
yeah, like once it got to that, bro, I was just like, all right, I'm aged out. I'm gonna go listen to D'Angelo, bro. Like,
like D'Angelo.
yeah, I was listening to him on the ride here.
And I only got into D'Angelo in like the last year or two.
Word,
And then there was like
Okay.
6 months where that's
Yeah.
like all I
yeah,
listened.
yeah. He's recording an album right now.
I did see that.
He's recording.
Know what got me into him? You ever watch Atlanta?
Yeah. Oh, the one episode where they're looking.
I was like, I'm gonna check out D'Angelo. I think he seems like he's on.
Nah, he's ridiculous.
and I'd like
yo.
heard his name obviously in different stuff
Yeah.
before, but I hadn't like checked his
Yeah.
work out like that.
Yeah, that's the like the Soulquarians, like that collective. That was like my all time. When I got into playing jazz, got into playing all that, I was like, man, jazz is cool, but what about this stuff? Like, Roy Hargrove became my favorite trumpet player and all that because like what they were doing in the early 2000s, it's just
something different.
so fire.
Yeah.
It's so fire.
Playing around with it different.
Yeah.
So do you got what would be your top 5 inspirations?
Top 5, okay. Anderson .Paak
Good
right off
pick.
the bat.
That's a good pick.
What else we got? D'Angelo,
D'Angelo.
Erykah Badu. Well, I'm gonna throw Al Green up there, just because, and just to make it funky, because I also play in a ska band. We're gonna say Goldfinger. Ska is a vibe, man. I also play in the checkerboards with I don't know if you know Will Henderson. He goes around town carrying a guitar everywhere. He's fire.
Yeah.
He's ridiculously fire. Yeah. So I've been playing with him for like 2 years. He got me onto the ska.
Long hair?
Yeah.
I know Will.
He got me onto the ska stuff. It's so much fun live, man. Like, we were opening up for a bunch of punk bands and stuff, and we'd just come up there and, like, be all goofy and stuff, and then they would go, like hard kind of metal. So we got a good vibe doing that. I feel like, I learned how to perform and stuff with that band.
Okay.
So now I'm just trying to branch out and do something more mellowed out. So we got, like, a punk ska vibe and then, like, R&B, neo soul, Afrobeat kind of thing.
And you guys are, for Soulquarium,
yeah,
you guys are rehearsed these songs, but also, like, I imagine with the type of, like, artists y'all, you could be open jam style, like, play off each other and build into it. That's the style that we're going for, because it's like, yes, we want to be able to highlight these songs. Like, we're doing the Jay Dilla tribute thing. Yeah.
We're not going to play the songs exactly. Yeah. We're going to infuse our little bit of, like, personality and stuff, and Tarek's going to be rapping his own verses and stuff. He got his homie that's going to be coming through and rap over Stakes is High. Like, it's just going to be, like, highlighting that style of hip-hop.
He's going to be rapping his own verses on it?
Yeah, Mama T is back, bro. This has been my project this year. Is
bringing him back?
Yeah, we're up, we're good.
So I started doing these things, little exclusive concerts, right? Which you've watched Tiny Desk before.
Yeah.
So it's a Tiny Desk version where it's in an art studio instead.
Yeah.
We got an art studio, got set up. Okay. I was like, I love live performance.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do it in my garage, and then I came to a decision that I didn't want everyone to know where my garage was.
Word. That's valid. Yeah.
I'll be talking some ish sometimes. Yeah. I don't need everybody knowing my address. So then it kind of went on the back burner, and then we decided to do it at the studio. Tarek was one of the top people on the list that I want to get
crazy.
On.
But he works 2 jobs, bro. He works as a guidance counselor helping out. Like,
so Tarek. I'm talking directly to Tarek right now.
Mama T.
Whether it's Mama T solo, whether it's Soulquarium, I got to get y'all out for a little exclusive concert.
We're down.
I would love to do it. We do like a 15.
I'm gonna drag them out.
15 people room.
Yeah.
It's just like an intimate setting, and they're there to be the live audience because it's about the like recorded performance.
Yeah, Tiny Desk style. That's my favorite.
Tiny Desk style. I love Tiny Desk, and I want to do something like it.
I'll drag them out.
Y'all kill it,
man. Because like I've been trying to get him back into the music thing, like all that, and like he's so hyped now. He walks in, he's so like excited. He looked
excited going around the streets.
Yeah, he looked like he was having the time of his life.
And he's been doing some different promo, which I like.
Yeah.
A lot of this, like, where he takes the clip or whatever, puts his face in it.
Yeah.
That's how you get yourself out there. I like what he's doing.
This band, we want to, like, steer right into all the Instagram promo, all that stuff, because it's
not the most fun, and everybody's against it, but you gotta kind of do it. So I like to see people taking a new approach to make it work, and I think it's got something new with it. So.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah. I'm trying to convince Will to, like, Will, we could just...
That's it. Like, try to just have some fun with it. That's
exactly it.
You'll put out way more, and you'll get way more used to doing it if you're enjoying the stuff you're making.
Because, like, again, you'll blow up in a country that you don't even know of. Like, you'll blow up in France or something like...
Or, like, say you've heard him perform before. Use Tarek for an example. And then all of a sudden you see him post clips all the time. Now you're going to... The chances of you recognizing him or recognizing him on the post or whatever.
Yeah, you'll be like, oh, that's the guy that I saw skating through the crowd playing sax.
You'll connect the dots quicker, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that brings people to the whatever the thing is.
Something I've been working on too. It's hard to like put yourself on Instagram and just be like, oh damn, I really sound like that. Like, you know, like
we joke about it. Me and LT would do some street interviews and we talk about like it builds like thick skin of like, hey, you want to do this interview? No, I don't want to do this interview. And it takes like 5 rejections before you're like, I really don't care.
Yeah, somebody will do it, yeah.
That's what it is. So it'll be the first 100 clips. And that's where somebody's asked me before, like, when do you think it changed of like where you're more comfortable with? And it's like, I don't know where it happened, but now I got no issue recording the clip quick.
Yeah.
Try not to rewatch it too many times.
And
post
exactly.
it. And move on and move on with the day.
Yo, shout out LT, man.
Shout out LT.
That was like one of the first homies I made when I went to Mohawk.
Okay.
I saw this brother in a Digital Underground shirt at Mohawk. Everybody else is like jazz nerds and stuff. And I was like, yo, shout out you. This is what I'm here for. Yeah. And then we instantly became friends.
You all in the same program?
Yeah. He was in 3rd year when I first went back in 2019. So that's how we knew each other. Actually, how I met Tarek was through him because he was doing a show with like a jazz band, like rapping with the jazz band behind him. And then
Tarek was or LT was?
LT was, but Tarek was also playing. So that was my first time seeing Tarek play. This was 2019. I was like 19, bro. And I immediately was like, this guy is ridiculous. Yo, he's and the thing was too, he's rapping in Arabic, rapping about like real stuff. Like he's rapping about like the cost of living in the city and how everything's getting crazy and all that. Yeah. And then he even said in one of the verses, he's like, yo, y'all ain't even ready, but in a couple of years, it's gonna hit.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, this was 2019. It's now, bro. All the stuff he was talking about, so it's one of the most.
What's the project by Lee Reed? Oh my God.
All work. Yeah, he's ridiculous too.
Yeah. Steel City.
Yeah.
Steel City. The Steel City. I gotta look it up. I don't want to mess it up. Love Lee Reed stuff, but Lee Reed's got the project called. Wi-Fi bad down here. I'm gonna wait it out.
Word.
I'm gonna wait it out.
Man, if y'all ain't seen Lee Reed yet.
Yeah, you missing something.
You gotta see it, man. His delivery when he raps is like everything is just
Steel City EP is from 2018.
Fire.
You can't tell if it's written yesterday or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's all so relevant to the stuff that's going on.
Because they were just tapped in.
I'm accidentally playing it. Y'all gotta go listen to it.
Yo, shout out Lee Reed.
Shout out Lee Reed. But I like that Tyreek's got the similar. I've heard him perform a couple times.
Yeah.
905 Fest and some other spots, and I hear that.
Oh, word.
That same subject matter in it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which I think is needed. That's how you deliver the messages. You know what I mean? Like, you need some. It can't just be on Twitter.
Exactly.
Somebody's got to put it in something.
That's why I love the way Lee does it. Is like he's so like crazy with the delivery that he makes every line stick. Bro, every line he's just like, okay, y'all are I'm gonna scream it in your face.
There's this
bro.
acapella when he does, and there's a clip that's floating around a bit. I love the clip. I reshare it every time. I watch it all the way through every time I see it.
Yeah. I just saw him like 2 weeks ago at Into the Abyss. They did a thing with Sullen and like there was a Palestine benefit show.
Mm-hmm. You got a favorite Timbit?
Favorite Timbit? Ooh, sour cream glaze, easy.
Sour cream glaze, easy.
I can't eat that many anymore.
Yeah.
As a kid, I used to mess them up. I used to just go back to back like 20 of them. But like sour cream glaze or the chocolate one.
I used to not want to eat sour cream glaze because I thought it was like sour creamy.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it.
I still don't even know how to make it.
I'd eat it off like a stray in the box and wouldn't realize it was sour cream. But if somebody said eat a sour cream, I was like,
that's a joke.
Don't you dip like carrots or something to sour cream? Like that's a different ingredient. Why are you putting that?
They make it somehow with that. Well, I don't even know.
Favorite Timbit is sour cream, eh?
Yeah.
Or
chocolate.
I pulled out.
Chocolate.
If I got down here.
You got Timbits?
No, but one day when Tim Hortons sponsors me, I will.
Yo, Tim Hortons, get the sponsor. This man's a Hamilton community icon.
Instead, what we're going to do is
get
you to read a piece of advice out of the jar.
We got some advice. What we got? I'm going to just fish around a little bit. Make sure I not get the first one. Oh, yeah.
What's your advice say?
Y'all got to visit Scotland before you die.
Oh, damn. Okay. Didn't expect that.
Yeah, right? Yo, my Will's actually from Scotland.
Really?
So he's from Edinburgh.
It like lined up.
So
now you got to add your own advice to the jar. You write some advice, crumple it up, put it in the jar. Well, he's right. What I'm going to tell you is you need to go out to Into the Abyss this Saturday. I think it's 8 p.m. where you will see Soulquarium performing a J Dilla tribute show. I ain't never heard of nothing like this in the city. You ain't never seen nothing like this in the city. You need to go out to Into the Abyss.
This is only the start, brother. This is only if you can't make it to this one, just remember the name Soulquarium.
Soulquarium.
Because we're gonna be out.
How much it costs to get in on Saturday?
$20.
Light.
It's not light. It's not light.
Like people are broke right now.
Yeah, but it's because we got horn players and stuff. We got like 5 people in the band. People gotta eat, bro.
They gotta split this between 15 dudes. Go pay your $20. Everybody only getting a buck to perform.
That's the thing. That's
Go pay your $15.
So you want me to throw this back in?
Yeah. Don't say what it is. Just crumple it up. Put it in the jar.
Got you, yo. Got you.
Last question I'm gonna ask you.
Word.
Maybe. Last question. If there was one thing in the city you think needs attention outside of yourself, what is that thing?
The music scene.
The music scene.
We need to make it
in that music scene a little bit, but we gotta let it go.
So it's not just me, though. I'm talking about the whole community. The biggest thing, actually, all these venues keep closing down. We got 1 billion musicians in this city, but there's 3 venues to play at, man. If the one thing I could bring light to is bring back spaces for people to exist and do the music, man, because that it's the most healing thing for people. You bring all these people together and you share the thing that like you love and you don't feel alone. So
and I had this conversation with Lisa last week.
Yeah.
The idea of like, so when you see a show like the Jay Dilla tribute and it's at Into the Abyss, you got to show up, because otherwise when you looking for a show to go to and you need that live music to help you through whatever you're going through, it's not going to be there.
But
so
again,
you show up.
I believe in making it accessible. So if the city wants, they can give us the funding.
That's true. He's
like events,
he's like, we can let you come in for free.
Yeah.
We
like
got some
I don't
of that
want.
grant money.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't even charge nobody at the door. I'd let anybody come in, but we gotta get paid somehow. We gotta get my cat
Otherwise,
needs
you're not
food
gonna be able
somehow.
The rent man's coming.
Yeah, but
and they want to keep that nice working space they got.
Yeah, that's why I love the stuff that Josh was doing. Like, he got it to the point where it has so much power culturally for the city, and it brings so many people together that he's able to pay everybody off grant money.
Just huge.
Like,
huge.
They got the money, bro. They can print that whenever. Like,
it's needed.
But yeah, like my big thing is trying to make music as accessible as possible. Like I do an open jam at Main Stage.
Okay. When is that?
We're actually running one October 30th.
October 30th, day before Halloween.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like a Halloween theme. The goal for that jam is like, I don't know if you've ever been through Main Stage. They
only
got
for rehearsals, but
they got a big room where it's like a showcase room where you can rent and have concerts and stuff. But they have a stage, the lights, everything. So a lot of people in the city, they love music. Their passion is music, so they want to get on stage and perform. But it's nerve-wracking, man. Like you get up there,
it's a different kind of stage.
Yeah. Like the lights are in your face, and you just like can't hear your buddy the same, and there's people watching you. It gets awkward.
Changes everything.
Yeah. So that jam, I do it like once every 2 months.
I like it.
And it's just about bringing people together to get that, working on the shyness on stage, like working on the how
That's
to
how
perform.
you get better at. Like we're talking about social media, whatever. Comes through doing it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, comes from the more you do it, the more comfortable you are doing it, the more.
And I love helping people with it, man, because we got a community of people that, like, if we all help each other, uplift each other, iron sharpens iron, brother.
100%.
So it's just, we're going to get to the point.
Resources for everybody.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're doing this jam. My favorite thing about it is like having little kids up on stage. Like that's so we'll get them on stage and then
because then they don't forget that.
Yeah, it's like you can
I remember that moment.
You can see the core memories forming in these little kids, man, and
the brain developing.
Yeah, it's the cutest thing ever. So I just want to put on for the community. Like that's like my thing.
I don't think we could top that. That's the takeaway.
Word, yeah.
Last thing I'm gonna get you to do.
Word.
Give me this is a Because Design Matters exclusive.
This is a Because Design Matters exclusive, brother. You are tuned in to Brody and Izzah of Soulquarium.
Excellent. Now give me one where you say your name and that you've been watching Because Design Matters.
My name is Izzah A to the HMED, and you are watching Because Design Matters.
Phenomenal. This is the clip I'm going to show people when I'm asking them to do a drop next time.
That's what's
you
up.
Killed that. I appreciate you coming out. I will see you on Saturday.
Thank you for inviting me, man. I love what you're doing.
Thanks, dude. I can't wait to see the show. I'm so excited.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Into the Abyss, 8 p.m. Saturday. Pull up. Tickets are $15 online. If you show up at the door, it's going to be $20. I just want people in there too.
I just want bodies,
like you know,
ears
maybe we can work something out. Like I just want people at the shows.
He said, "You gonna get in. You gonna figure it out."
just yo. And also support Into the Abyss, man. They're the homies.
No, we're gonna talk about next time here. We're gonna talk about how the Beans are your most watched band in the city.
Oh, I love the Beans, man.
Until next time. Thanks for coming out.
Peace out, brothers. My name is Izzah A to the HMED, and you are watching Because Design Matters.